students. For this, without any introductions and extra speaking, I must start our class. As you know, today I want to talk about the blood physiology, especially the role of the RBC, red blood cell. گلبول قرمز. شما اوضاع فارسیتون چطوریه؟ هیچی. خب. خدمت شما عرض شود که the red blood cell, anemia and polycythemia. As you know, the blood consists of the several cells, platelets, red blood cell, white blood cell, and the fluid portion, plasma. And today I focus on the role of the RBC. After studying this chapter, you should be able to describe the component of the blood, describe the production, structure, destruction, and the function of the RBC, production of the blood cells, hematopoiesis, a stage of the differentiation of the RBC, erythropoiesis, RBC structure, production, destruction, and the formation of the RBC. For example, production and maturation of the RBC needs several substances, for example, vitamin B12, folic acid, and iron. Formation of the hemoglobin, regulation of the RBC production, RBC metabolism, destruction of the RBC, and kind of the anemia and polycythemia. As you may know and you must know, the blood has several roles. For example, transportation. As you know, the blood carries the oxygen and CO2 from the tissue to the lung for exchanging the gas, and as you know, blood transfers the nutrients and the hormones in our body. Regulations. The regulations obviously contain the hemoglobin. As you know, the hemoglobin is the best acid-base buffer or buffer. Buffer keep in the limited and the regular limit of the acid base and prevent from the exit of the acid base deviations. And the hemoglobin has as I said, is an excellent acid base protection. As you know, in the some infections, the productions and the number of the some cells in the blood, for example, neutrophil, increased after the, for example, after the infections. Production of the red blood cells. The production of the red blood cells after the birth or bone marrow produce the RBC, but before the birth, in the fetus period, in the early week of the embryonic life, the yolk sac, she says that the yolk sac produce primitive and nucleated RBC. As you know, the mature RBC has no any organelle, any nucleus, and any things, and depleted for filling with the hemoglobins in mature RBC after birth. But before the birth, in the fetus period, the RBC has a nucleus. Okay, but in the middle gestations, the liver and the spleen and the lymph node produce the RBC in our body. But after these, only the bone marrow near to birth and after the birth, only bone marrow produce RBC. But after the birth, the RBC has no any nucleus and any organelle like the mitochondria, like the ribosome, Golgi, all of them disappear for having, because we need to have a lot of space for filling with the hemoglobin. As you know, the RBC filled with the hemoglobins. As I said, during the last months or after the gestations and after the birth, RBC are produced just in the bone marrow. until the 5 years old, all blood, all bones, all essential bones, membranous bone and the lined bone produce the RBC. But between the 5 years old to 20 years old, the lined bone become the fatty. Okay, but after the 20 years old, after 20 years old, only membranous bone, membranous bone like skull, rib, sternum, ilia, vertebra produce RBC after the 20 years old. We have two acceptations. Only we have two acceptations in the lying bones, in the proximal part of the humerus, and the proximal part of the tibia. Proximal part of the humerus and the tibia produce RBC. For this, as I said, more RBC continue to produce in the marrow of the membranous bone, such as the vertebra, sternum, rib, and the ilia. Even this bone marrow become less productive as the age increases. This sentence say with the aging. For example, in ageing person, the production of the RBC is less than the young people. Formation of the multiple differential blood cells from the original multipotent hematopoietic stem cell in the bone marrow. In the bone marrow, we have a stem cells. This is a stem cells. You heard several times stem cells. Stem cells in the bone marrow is multipotent hematopoietic stem cells. Multipotent hematopoietic stem cells is the mother of the all cells we have in the blood. These cells divide, grow and divide and produce the all cells, RBC, YBC, platelet and neutrophil, macrophage. All of the cells origin from these cells. These cells grow and divide to myelogenous and lymphocytic stem cell. Myelogenous, these cells are intermediate stem cells. But what is the difference between this stem cell and this stem cell? This stem cells are committed to produce one cell line of the cells. For example, CFUE committed and only wants and can to produce the RBC. CFUE, erythrocyte, only can produce the erythrocyte, not neutrophil, macrophage, lymphocyte, and anything. Only the erythrocyte. For example, CFUAGM only can produce the granulocyte G and monocyte, macrocyte. For the monocyte. For this, and CFUAM only can produce the megacardiocyte. Megacardiocyte is the mother of the platelet in the blood. Megacardiocyte in the or bone marrow or in the blood bridge to platelet. Bridge to platelet. Exactly. And we have a lymphocyte stem cell that produces the T lymphocyte and the B lymphocyte. As I said in several times, multipotent hematopoietic stem cell is the mother of the all cells. But CFUE only can produce this erythrocyte. CFUA GM only can produce the granulocyte and the monocyte. And CFUAM only can produce the megacardiocyte. Growth inducer and indifferentiation inducer. For production of the RBC, for growth and division, we need the several growth and differentiation inducer. The Guyton book said the interleukin 3 is a growth factor that promote growth and the production of the all different type of the committed stem cells. Growth inducer only cause and promote growth, but differentiation inducers cause one type of the committed stem cell, for example, CFUA-E or CFUA-GAM or CFUA-M. Differentiation one or more step to final adult blood cells.